Alright, so we're going to close our Ingram pool. Show people how to do this. Bring the camera a little closer here.
Okay.
Alright, first thing we do, we got everything prepped. Putting the stairs and everything away, all the hardware, diving board. So what we're going to show is we're going to focus on draining your water lines and plugging them up, getting ready for the winter so they don't freeze. Currently we lowered the water level below the skimmer, so we're ready to get started. The way we're going to do this is we're going to use an air compressor, something 1 horsepower better, and something bigger. We have a smaller one, but it'll work. But bigger is better with a bigger tank. We're going to take one of these airline connectors and we're going to put it in where one of these plugs is. So this plug right here, you're going to take this out, the water is going to drain. While it's doing that, we're going to plug this thing in, screw it in. You don't have to worry about the water getting into your air compressor, because obviously as long as there's air pressure it's not going to go in, and this eventually will drain out. So once this is screwed in, what we're going to try to do here is we're going to bypass our filter using the main valve. This way water, when we put air in here, water will be pushed out both in the input and the outputs. And other than the main drains at the bottom of the deep end of the pool, we're going to be plugging every one of those. So now, no more water is draining out. We're going to go here. There is a bypass. And I usually circulate. I believe that's the one. There we go. Our air compressor's already got pumped with air. Excuse me there, Josh. Grab this. Got air. We're going to pump this in. Let some of the water drain out. I do want to avoid getting water in my line if I can. Well, that's probably good enough. Alright. Okay. First thing that usually has water coming out is the intake like your skimmer.
Why is it bubbling?
Well, it's air coming out. You want to stay away because it may blow up at you. We're going to take one of these things. I put a little bit of Vaseline on it. The Vaseline helps get it out in the spring when it's time to open. If you don't, it tends to dry up and it's hard to get out. So now, while it's bubbling like this, we're going to cover it up with this. Just screw it in. And you're going to find another one is going to start bubbling. Just gotta look. Which one's next? See? Over there is the next one. As you plug these up, you're going to have other ones bubble. And you're just going to go to the next one that bubbles. Careful where you're standing.
I don't want to fall.
Again, I put Vaseline on these so they're easier to take off in the spring. We're going to plug this one. Oh, first thing, you have to take the other one off. And as we plug this one, you're going to see another one start. And we can tighten these completely later. Let's focus on getting these done. Gotta look, which one's next? It looks like this one is, right here.
It's not bubbling.
Not yet, well wait. There it goes.
Now it goes.
Wait till all the water gets out. There we go. We're going to screw this on. We're going to plug this one. And we have two over by the buddy seat. Those will be our last two.
Are they gonna bubble?
They will bubble, yes. You need them to bubble. You need to get all the air out of the line.
That's bubbling.
Now these go at the same time because there's one line feeding them, and they just split up here at the seat. So. Seal. And this one's sealed. Now, if we wait, if we did it right, you'll start seeing the intakes at the bottom of the deep end will start bubbling. You can keep the camera on that while I tighten these a little bit.
Camera on what?
And the intakes in the deep end, see? They're bubbling now too. So that tells us we did this right.
Is it? You don't have to worry about the bottom intake.
No, because those they're deep enough where it won't freeze. This one's always gonna bubble. It's been like that since we put the liner in. Not much I can do about that. That's how the people put the liner in that's causing that. And we're gonna tighten this one up in here. Careful where you walk. Put your hands on the
I know.
I'll just give this a little twist. Okay. And you can hear I leave the compressor running just to ensure all the water's out of line. I think this is on as tight as it's going to go, honestly. Yeah, that's it. Now, follow me. We're going to go in the garage. Then get this out here. What we need to do now, which is kind of important, is protect your skimmer so that any water gets in it doesn't freeze. And we do that by using this. Alright, so it's just a pool antifreeze. You want to make sure you use pool antifreeze, not regular antifreeze, obviously. And you can notice the pool level. Before we started, the pool level's below the skimmer. You want to pump it out there low so you can pour this in without it obviously just going right into the pool. What we're going to do is we're just going to dump this in here as much as we can. I'll show you a little trick that a lot of the guys do when they're closed pools. Now this green thing that's in here is hollow, and it's hollow for a reason. It's that if it does freeze in the skimmer area, it'll compress that green thing, which is relatively inexpensive, rather than destroying your skimmer. Because if it freezes, it's going to damage it. Antifreeze is going to help, and on top of that, what you can do is you can take the bottle itself, crush it down a little bit, put the cover on, and you can stuff this in here as well.
That's what you normally do?
This is what I do, yes. And a lot of people that have closed pools will do this. That's good enough, doesn't have to be all the way in. We'll just close that up. Now if it freezes, we got two things to push against rather than just the one. And now we're going to just turn off the pump. We'll start another video. Look for that one as well, and how to remove the valve in the pool pump itself and all the plumbing. So we'll get that prepared for winterizing too. So that is how you get your pool ready for the winter. The rest depends on what you have. We have a loop block cover, pretty self-explanatory. These things around the concrete, they screw up and the springs hook up to them. If you have the bag method where it just lays down flat and you have bags full of water, you can use those too. We're not going to bother showing that, just wanted to show you how to prep the pool itself. Okay, good.